Okay, so thank you all for coming today. This is about finding tools for self-healing. So I just want us to take a moment to feel some grounding with ourselves. That can be through breathing. It could be looking around at various objects in your room, maybe something that draws your attention, something that you feel a connection to in this moment. Before I explain this activity, really, this is self-led. That means it can be as hands-on as you want to be. If you'd like to just watch or draw, or there's a variety of different ways you can use these tools that can help us deal with different situations or help us feel more regulated if we need. Okay, so the first thing I want you all to do is you can use your hands and start rubbing them together as hard as you can. Just keep rubbing them together for about 30 seconds. And feel that warmth. Notice the warmth building. Okay, so now I want you to take your hands, bring them together and apart. Do you feel that energy in the middle and between your hands as you do so? That is a form of self-healing through your hands. You can bring your hand to your heart, on your head, wherever you feel that you need to touch or not touch. Let's do this for about 2 minutes. I'm going to start the timer. You can move your head, you can move your hand along the side of your head, top of your head, on your shoulders or back. Okay. And if you feel nothing, I want to say that is perfectly okay. It's just an opportunity to observe that. If you would like to write anything down about this experience, you could go ahead and write for our last few seconds here or the last minute. Okay, going on. What I want to do, which is really the most exciting part, is any rock or crystal or an object you have that is calling to you. This might be for me. I have a moon crystal, as you can see here. Or an amethyst. I can't spell that correctly. I always struggle to spell that, but this is a purple stone. And I have rocks that I don't know names for, but they do help absorb trauma. So there's different ones. It could be just a regular rock that you took, while I was wandering one time. I found this one. It can be anything, any object that's calling to you, that you feel a connection to that energy. And I want you to feel it, connect with that rock or crystal. Just hold it gently in your hand, looking out at it, whatever object you pick or you feel a connection with. Just observe what emotions are occurring for you as you hold it. Also, be an observer of those emotions too. Not just feeling the emotions, but observing those and that connection. What is this rock trying to tell me? What does this rock need from me? How can we work together? How can I work with this rock? So I'm going to give you a few minutes. And don't forget to journal as well if you want to. We're just connecting with the rocks right now, so you could find a rock you want to connect with, see what it's trying to tell you. I have a lot. Let me look and see what I can find. Okay, there's still time. Does anybody need more time? Are we ready for our next activity, which involves cards? Okay. So, this next thing you can use for self healing. Some people use tarot cards or a other kind of card. There's a difference between a tarot card and or real card. Specifically, the deck order. There's major and minor types. For coral, it's really a free flowing card, oracle card, sorry. So you can draw that card and interpret it any way you would like. What I'll do is I'll show you a group of cards and then I'll draw one and you will interpret it for yourself, deciding which is calling to you. So normally people choose a card and read it. I have a deck here. I'll use an oracle called the Wisdom of the Oracle. And when you shuffle the deck, if a card falls, you pick it up. That's one way. Or if one is slightly farther out than the others, you can choose it that way. However you'd like to shuffle. Some people like to spread them out on a surface and then draw from there. It's really whatever fits for what you're looking for and whatever feels right for yourself. There's no right or wrong way to draw a card. Some people will pick the first one that's on the very top of the deck, and that's fine too. So the card I picked for the group today is called Building Blocks. You probably see the reflection on my camera, my light there. Sorry about that. I just had my window open in front of me. So I'll upload into the chat. Let's see how many there are. I think there's 4. Yes, 4 different parts of the message. The first one is the oracle message itself. The second one is the relationship message. And the third one is a prosperity message. And the last one is a protection message. So you can look those over, see which one is calling to you and which you feel the most connected with, and see how that applies in your reflection and some journaling about it, because they're quite lengthy. So I will copy and paste them into the chat. So just give me a minute to do that. You're welcome. Okay, you can just go ahead and look those over, reflect on them, and then we will wrap up after this. If you would like to share, you can type it in the chat, whatever you feel like you picked up on, but you do not have to share. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a wrap up, which is more of a reflection for you all to reflect on and think about. What did you notice about yourself? Any of your energies seem to shift? Let me see. I see something in the chat. You're welcome. So, what of that energy can you take again if you need it? It could be using the rock, it could be using a deck of cards, maybe using your hands in some way. So, after you finish this, oftentimes with energy healing, we always want to encourage people to drink some water to kind of flush out any toxins that might be in your body, because energy healing is part of a high frequency, high vibrations. And sometimes our bodies need to clean that out, that kind of negative energy. Great. I see the messages coming in the chat. That's really cool. So many good things about this practice that you can take with you. And I encourage every one of you to release any emotions that you observe during this time. Maybe you feel sleepy or tired. Maybe you can take a minute for a quick nap. Maybe some pulsing energy so you can think more clearly. Or sometimes there's nothing, and that's okay too. All responses are what you might need. And later on, you might feel like nothing's happened at this moment, but maybe later on, you might notice something or have some insights or a kind of light bulb moment. Thank you all for sharing some of your reflections about what you took away from this. Yeah, I appreciate being able to share some of those new experiences. Okay. So as closing, I'm just going to give you a quote that you can take with you. I'll also post it in the chat as well to read. But energy healing is less about doing something to the body and more about creating the conditions for the body and mind to do what they already know how to do. Okay. And these are tools that we can use. So feel free to stay and chat if you'd like, or do whatever you need to do or get back to. Thank you for coming today.